break?
I missed you so
I'm
much.
excited to hear about it. When we, during writing time, I'm going to give you an opportunity to share. So this morning I want to share with you something that happened to me the weekend before Thanksgiving. I had the opportunity to try something out that I was very, very afraid to do. And I thought about our growth mindset language when I did it and used that to help me to overcome my fears. So when Mr. Roberts passed away, we had a big fifth wheel that we would camp in, and we pulled it with a truck. And it really was too big for Mrs. Roberts and I to pull, and so we had to decide what we were going to do because we loved to go camping, but the two of us really didn't think that we were capable of pulling a big, kind of like it's a camper that you pull with a truck. It's called a fifth wheel. And so we went to the RV store and we decided to trade it in for a driving camper. But the thing is that before, when we went camping, Mr. Roberts was the one that would drive the camper, but now if we wanted to keep going camping, we would have to be the ones to drive it. And so I was very scared about that. And so we picked out one that is about 26 and 2 feet, 26 feet, and then a little bit more. And we traded it in for the fifth wheel that we had, but then we had to learn how to drive it. And so I was very, very scared. And so the salesman took me to the Sanford Mall with the, it's called a Minnie Winnie, and it's a little camper that has a truck attached to it. And I had to drive it around the mall, and so I did that. And then it was time to take it home, and I had to drive it on I-4 all the way to DeLand, and I was very afraid. But I was thinking about my growth mindset, because in my mind I was thinking, this is too hard, there's no way I can do this. I'm going to wreck it, or I'm going to run into somebody, it's so big on the road, because I drive a little Honda Civic, so I'm not used to driving something big. But I just used my growth mindset language of this may take some time and effort, but I can do it. And I actually drove it all the way home from the dealership, La Mesa RV, which is in Sanford, kind of by the mall, and I drove it all the way home to DeLand without any problems. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So here's a picture of the Minnie Winnie. Do you want to go turn off one of the lights, Ryan, just so that you can see it better? So, yeah, because it doesn't show it very well. And here is me after I finished driving it home. And then when we got home, Miss Roberts parked it.
Wait, so you're in your house?
So it's parked at Miss Roberts' house. So see how it has a like a driving truck, and then this is the body of it is attached, and there's a picture of me.
Yeah,
so like you can sleep here. It's got a bed back here and a kitchen.
Oh, so that's what that top thing's for? I thought it just.
Yes.
I thought it was just like a piece of the truck.
No, on the inside of the camper, you go in the door right here. I'll show you pictures. There's a bed.
That's so I need to get one, because then I could just, if there was a window up there, I'd just be like,
well, there's a TV up there, and so what do you think Max and Eli are planning to do?
Xbox.
Jacob. So I'm just curious to hear what I was wanting to think about. So this was what I was thinking. This may take some time and effort, and I was also thinking about the book about the little engine that could, and he kept saying, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And when we have positive language like that in our mind, it helps us to do things that we think we might not be able to do.
They would just get home and just be like, I'm going to play the Xbox. They open the door to just climb up there, and they're like, okay. Well,
exactly. That's their plans for our Christmas break, because we're going to drive it to Jekyll Island in Georgia for Christmas. So I'm wondering, I hope that my story about how I overcame something that I was afraid of is helpful to you, and I'm wondering if anybody would like to share something that they were really afraid or didn't think they could do, and they used growth mindset language and overcame it. So I'm going to get the mic out. Yami, I saw your hand first. Do you want to start us out?
So I went to the mall It's been like a long time since I've never gotten on them. So I got on them and I almost I got dizzy because I was kind of scared of heights. I'm scared of heights.
And how did you overcome that?
I said to my mom that it's fine. I can do this.
And you did it? Good job.
I'm never gonna overcome it.
All right. Who else would like to share? All right, I'll start it this way and we'll come right around.
So, whenever we were up in South Mississippi, there were these two playgrounds that were under construction last time. So then there was one that was new, and then there was one that was kind of broken. So then I decided, hey, let's go on the new playground first, and then after that, I went on to the broken playground. Then I tried to figure out a way to get down. Then I just jumped down, and that hurt. That's not fear.
Did you use any growth mindset language to help you? What'd you say?
I said that I think I can find out a way.
Okay.
The first day of break, since I broke my skateboard, I still had my penny boards from when I was 6, so I tried doing an ollie to see if I was able to still do tricks on it, and I was kind of scared because I was thinking I don't want to fall and hurt myself. So I was thinking that I could do it. So I rode and I did the trick.
Yeah, penny boards are small. I saw my friend with one. Oh my god. I was really little. I was 7 years old whenever I did this. It was this really, really big zip line, and I was scared to do it. And it was 60 feet off the ground, and I was only 7, so I was scared to do it. But whenever I did it, I came down. I was like, I can do this. I can do this. And then whenever I got done doing it, I was like, I want to do that again. Okay. I had a swimming, and it was the first time I had to do 100 back. And I was scared to do it because I thought I would not win, but I won my heat. When last summer we were in West Virginia, and there was this obstacle course that was in the air, it was probably 10 feet in the air, and I was really scared to do it because you were only attached to a string, and I kept on thinking that I could do it, and then I did.
One time I was I think I was 5, and I climbed a cell tower somewhere, and they let you climb on cell tower, and I didn't have any rope with me and stuff, and I went with my dad, and at first I said to myself I made a mistake, and then when we got up to the top it was cool.
Alrighty. Come back. When I was in 2nd grade, I broke my elbow, and I had to go through surgery. I can do it, but then I did it. Did you turn on the game to play games? I went to the zip line and I was scared. And I said to myself that I could do it.
One time I was afraid of heights and I went on the Mount Everest at Disney, the roller coaster. Yeah, when I didn't even know that we were going on a roller coaster, my Uncle Roxas and TJ just told me no turning back now. So then once I got on, it wasn't really that scary. We started, mainly it was a ride where you can't even see anything. And you go up and you get to the middle part where you can see like every yeah. And then after that I started going on it even more and I faced my fear of heights.
Awesome.
I don't have one.
Okay, just pass it on.
Okay, 4 people are in pass.
Yesterday, we're going to Utah on Christmas, so me and my sister, we had to train for snowboarding or skiing, and we chose the hardest one, snowboarding. And I was super scared because someone was before us and I saw them fall on their face, so I was really scared. I'm like, oh no. And then whenever I did it, I was at the top and I was going like this, and it was super fun. So I thought about our growth mindset, and whenever I was trying to stop, I did what our instructor told me, and I'm like, I can do this. Yes, I can do that. And then I did it.
Awesome.
You know, when I went to the fair, I went on the drop zone, and my dad was telling, all my brothers were going on it, and my dad told me to go on it, but I was really scared. But I went on it, and when I got to the top, I was closing my eyes, and I opened them, and I told myself I could do it, and it dropped it dropped all the way down, and I was the loudest person in the fair.
No. I was on my way to surgery. I had to have surgery on my teeth, and it was early in the morning, and I was so scared because I went to one place one time where I was supposed to get my teeth fixed, and they didn't put me to sleep to fix my teeth, and I barely did anything. So I was so scared this place was gonna do it again, and I'm just like scared of the dentist now ever since that trip.
Good morning, Ms. Dietrich.
Good morning.
I need some walkers to pick up the lake.
Okay.
Thank you.
Landon and Jace, could you go?
And then I kept telling myself that it's gonna be fine, I'm gonna do it.
A couple weeks ago at the fair, we went on, I don't know what it's called, but we went on the swings, the ones that go up and but we kept going up and then we would come back down, and the guy would come and like open the thing and he would like fix it, and then we would come back up and we would go down again. We would do that for like 5 minutes, and then when we finally went up, we went with my sister and her friends, and my cousin. My sister and my cousin were in front of us, and then I was with my sister's friends, and her friend Claire was we went up and we kept hearing these noises, and Claire kept screaming that it was gonna break, and I was really scared that it was gonna break. And then I kept telling myself that it wasn't, and that I could do it.
Do you want to share? All right, thank you for all those instances where you had growth mindset. The lady said she didn't want to. What would you say was the major thing that helped you overcome your fear? I kind of heard it from people over and over again. Did anybody notice something that was in common across all of us? Shelby?
You said that you can do it?
Yeah, and that's why we have this growth mindset language up here, because what we say to ourselves, our language that we use, can really make a difference with our ability to do something. if we think and give ourselves positive affirmation, then that can help us to overcome things that we might be afraid to do. Barry, thank you for sharing, and if you think of something tonight that you would like to share tomorrow, we can come back to that. So let's